Drone footage of a vast ocean. Throughout history, humanity has faced countless dangers, on land, at sea, and even from the skies. But there was one time, just once, when the waters provided more safety than the land itself. An ancient world map zooming in on Europe. It was the 14th century, and Europe was in the grips of an unimaginable horror, the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death. Originating from Asia, it spread rapidly through Europe, killing millions in its path. Cities were overwhelmed, villages were abandoned, and the land itself seemed to turn against the people. Illustrations and paintings of medieval cities. Narrow streets. The spread of the plague was fast and brutal, aided by poor sanitation, overpopulation, and the movement of traders across continents. The infected land became a death sentence. Those who stayed in towns and villages watched helplessly as their neighbors, friends, and family members succumbed to the sickness. And the more people gathered together, the faster the disease spread. Welcome to the shift to the sea. For those who had the means, the answer to this crisis lay beyond the shorelines, far from the plague-ridden towns. Ships became the refuge, and the open sea a sanctuary. Merchants, sailors, and explorers alike realized that staying on land meant certain death. But the open water offered isolation, and with it, a fighting chance for survival. Life at sea during the plague. Life at sea wasn't without its challenges. The ocean was unpredictable, with storms, pirates, and disease still threatening those aboard. But in comparison to the devastation on land, it was a chance worth taking. Many sailors stayed at sea for months, waiting for the plague to pass. They lived in isolation, disconnected from the chaos, but safe. A ship's crew working together, eating meals aboard the deck, and navigating the vast empty sea. Though the waters were treacherous, they kept the sailors alive, and for a brief time in history, those on the sea fared better than those on land. To return to the shores. Eventually, as the plague began to wane, the sailors returned. They came back to a changed world, one where millions had died and entire towns had been wiped out. But those who had taken to the sea were among the few survivors. Empty towns and villages, showing the eerie aftermath of the plague. Families returning to what was left of their homes. While the land remained scarred, those who had sought refuge on the water had escaped the worst of the devastation. Welcome to a unique moment in history. This brief period marked a unique moment in human history, where the seas, often feared for their unpredictability, offered more safety than the land. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictability of safety, where sometimes the places we think are dangerous turn out to be our only refuge. Welcome to conclusion. The Black Death left a permanent mark on Europe, changing societies forever. But it also gave us this strange paradox, a moment when the open sea, with all its unknowns, was safer than the very ground beneath our feet. Today, we see the oceans as a place for travel and trade, but for those who lived through that time, it was more. It was salvation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and press the bell icon for new updates.